Greetings, greetings, greetings. This is Revere Skyes Essence, Revere Sky. So, this is Wombman Ancient Mineral Loss Part 2. There's something that we need to understand about eruption, okay? Eruption. The female body represents the planet. The tectonic plates represents the pineal gland and the medulla oblongata. Believe it or not, as above, so below. Okay? That's the real thing of as above, so below. Now, your blood pumps through your body. You build up blood pressure, just like the planet produces oil and builds up pressure and frequency. In that process, the female body does the same thing as the planet. It erupts. Now, why is this so important when it comes down to your blood flow or your menstruation? If you notice, a lot of women cannot embrace being on their menstruation because, first of all, it's governed by your menses. It's governed by mentality. It's governed by the male principle. It's not womb menstruation or whatever you want to call it. It's not that. So if it's governed by mentality, menses, menstruation, you're just fucked in a sense, because the part of the essence that you're supposed to be embracing is not happening. Okay? So let me get down to this eruption. If you've noticed, whenever the planet is about to go through a shift, a vibratory shift, or open up portals, or go to a certain vibratory frequency that heals all, they end up having an oil spill. And that pressure that cranks up the planet is no longer available. It reminds me of the 13th son when he said about 7 years ago, the planet trying to crank up like an old car, room, 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 room. As soon as they feel like that planet about to crank up, they don't care who they kill, what they kill. They gonna spill some oil. They gonna spill some blood. They gonna spill some nature, okay? And they don't care what they pollute. They don't care what happened. They gonna do some stuff. They gonna do some landslides. They gonna do some eruptions. They're gonna get that vibratory rate up out of here. Same goes with the female principle and the female essence and the female body. When they see your blood pressure at a certain rate, at a certain frequency, they have new technology or new chemicals to cause you to have heart palpitations, to have problems. That's not include like the fibroids and all of that, and your body just trying to get rid of those abnormalities, okay? So they got these frequencies that will cause you to disrupt your harmony and your balance. Not only that, just imagine how many minerals you lose that ignite your soul, that ignite your essence, that ignite the source, that keep you connected. So every time you come on your menses or your menstruation, you lose pressure. You need high blood pressure to raise your kundalini. When I was Okay, got interrupted by a phone call. We got to talk about these demons too. Okay, so back to it. When I was in Houston, you know, Houston is known for ciphering the oil and known for keeping obesity. The reason why it's obesity, everybody talk about every chakra point in the world, but nobody talks about Houston because Houston is the Dundada. Texas is the Dundada for spiritual awakening. That's why it's rated #1 for obesity, because those people can't access their chi until they lose weight and detox. Also, they got a thing out there where they want you to cut half of they want you to cut half of your stomach muscle out. That's close to your heart chakra. And there's no telling what else they're tampering with when they're in there putting that sleeve on you or putting that ball in you, because people are not willing to stop gouging or glutton. They don't want to stop. They can't stop. Okay, it's a deep spell down there. So I became a diabetic in Houston. And I couldn't stop bleeding. It wasn't heavy, it was just light bleeding, but I couldn't stop bleeding. The hospitals didn't know why. So finally, one night I woke up from a dream. No, I was dreaming. Not dreaming, actually astral projecting. And something reminded me of who I was and how powerful I was. And when I walked from my body, see, when your spirit is free, it's smart. It wouldn't let me look at my body on the bed. It walked past the bed and went straight to the mirror. And when I went to the mirror, I was looking at my eyes and they had black lenses over them. And I was like, what? So I got closer to the mirror and pulled down the bottom of my eye, and the lenses fell. And ever since then, I had an awakening like no other. I changed my diet. I changed my spiritual practices. In Texas, you can see the Milky Way. You go in the right places in Texas, you can see the Milky Way. You go, it's just rich. Texas is rich, powerful. And all these people out there eating swine and beef and cows, and they're polluted. Third eye just shut down. Do you hear me? So I was doing my chi meditations and my kundalini work. And my kundalini rose, and it would lift me up. For about 8 months, it would lift me up and I would rise. My back would be arched. I couldn't do nothing. This is what I'm trying to tell you. I could go on and on about that story, but this is what I'm trying to tell you. When you stop your blood flow and you're able to build up your blood pressure with that heat, that essence, and that fire, I'm not talking about build up your blood pressure through salts, fats, like pork rind stuff. I'm talking about be on a healthy, balanced diet with no chemicals, no additives, no preservatives. Start doing your meditation and chi work and mean it. Be serious. Tap into nature. You cannot raise your kundalini energy if your blood keeps spilling. Because when I switched my diet over and my wound closed up for several months, I was unstoppable. I was unstoppable. Do you hear me? When I closed my wound up and it stopped bleeding, and my blood pressure rose, and I was on a nutritional diet, and my pineal gland was flushed out, my colon was flushed out, my stomach was flushed out. I was exercising, and I was doing that chi workout in the grass, and I was sun gazing. My kundalini erected so fast, I promise you I was 6 inches off the bed. I was 6 inches off the bed. My chest had erected up. I gotta find that voodoo picture where they be resurrecting them children in voodoo practices, and them children are so prue. I mean, so prue. They might be prue. That might be the real word. But them children are so pure that they raise that kundalini up and they rise up off that ground. Just like the Shakti energy in India. Everybody be doing their stuff, but it be like two people in there where their kundalini has a force that come from under their butt, their anus, and it raises them off the ground like 6 inches, 12 inches, and they're powerful. They are powerful. That same force harnessed through me. But if you don't believe in the force, that's another thing. Nature is not trying to appease to people. Nature wants people that believes in it, strives for it, protects it, speaks about it in high regards. So back to this eruption. Whenever they bleed the planet, she goes slower, and a slower vibration, a slower resonance, a slower frequency. Her harmony balance is off. Whenever they mess with the tectonic plates, they cause her harmony balance to go off. Now, just like with the female principle, just like the female principle, her harmony balance can be off kilter. It can be imbalanced. So you have a certain frequency, a certain resonance, a certain hum about you, a certain light, that if you lose blood pressure every month, or if you have abnormal periods and you lose blood pressure 2 weeks out the month, your harmony balance is off. So the same way they bleed the planet is the same way they bleed you. Because you were designed not to ask any questions, not to have any history, not to have any women to look up to, living under a docile, patriarchal mentality society. And the programming really worked. It worked with the women and it worked with the men enslaving you. Husband, you're bonded. You know, like certain areas, a woman can go snap on her husband and he can put her in a crazy house because she's not doing what she's supposed to be doing as a wife. Why you think they got this thing going around on Instagram with the African at the wedding saying, "You will obey, you must obey," and she got to repeat those words back that she will obey. Obey is, that means you got to master. This is by design and is highly calculated and is highly sophisticated. That's why certain women are so brainwashed that they only have boys. Okay? That's why women can only be born through stress. They're not considered the love baby. The boy is considered the love baby because he was able to conquer the woman's body and just completely make her accept his seed and his chromosome. You get what I'm saying? So his Y chromosome anchors to her X chromosome instead of his. See, that's another thing they're not going to tell you, that a lot of people have dominant Y chromosomes. Okay? So it may be like 3% X chromosomes to 3% X chromosomes in a male to the rest of the Y chromosome. They're more dominant, okay? And the Y chromosome can't really survive in an acidic unkept body, stressful body. But that X chromosome can thrive. So now you know that your body represents the planet because you're the nurturer. You're the feminine essence that gives back. Just like any other animal or beautiful being, you as a female principal have to give back, have to nurture, have to create shelter. Even if that shelter ain't nothing but for 9 months, you had to create shelter. You had to create a portal. So whenever you know we're about to go on a high frequency or a shift, 9 out of 10, they're going to bleed the planet. Something's going to happen. Just like with your body. They designed your body, not designed, they manipulated your body, okay? They manipulated your body to work to spread the seed of the male principle. That's right. And it's a low vibrational male principle. It's not a high vibrational male principle. It's not like that father frequency. It is not. That's why you had to dumb your body down so much to even allow them to even start manifesting from your womb. And back in the days, in ancient times, I don't think they had that many children. It was when things became impoverished and they needed slaves real bad, they started booming. That's why they call it baby boomers, because they had to get the planet together. Now, don't get me wrong. In other countries, they do have 10 and 20 children. But what I'm saying, just pay attention. When the resonance and the frequency is high, somebody going to talk about somebody spilling oil somewhere. If a female frequency or resonance is high, they're going to start adding additives and preservatives to food. They're going to tell the people and they're going to tell the people, hey, you got to add this new chemical to your food or else you're being drugged, okay? You got to add this chemical to your food or you're going to be out of ordinance. You're going to be, out of ordinance. You're not going to be up to code when it comes down to your foods, especially when they're mass producing and they want you to consume it. You know what I mean? That's why they do advertisements so you can grab it. They want it to look good. You know what I mean? And my spirit said that even though, like, if I just want to be a little fat chicken, eat what I want to eat one night, I like that zebra cake. And the reason why I'm telling you is because I'm not about to eat it no more. And my spirit was saying, man, don't eat that zebra cake no more, you know. But it's something about that zebra cake as a child, I liked it. Okay, it's something about that. But yeah, so again, ladies, if you listen to this video to the end and you like to access how to incorporate these minerals, I'm not talking about just Sabian herbs. I'm talking about how to self-sustain, how to start growing things to have these ancient lost minerals in them. You will need to join Patreon, okay? I have not uploaded any videos. I'm not going to upload any videos about helping people in no form or fashion until the people start showing up. I will start uploading old videos, but when it comes down to this deep intuitive knowledge, it's time that we also work in private, secrecy. So if you don't feel like this knowledge is worth it, you won't be there. You won't find a way to save those $8 a month to cope and figure out how you can work with herbs and minerals from your kitchen and help you to start putting back those ancient lost minerals in your body, okay? There's a way to do it. There is a know-how. It's up to you to believe. First, you got to realize, damn, I might be minerally deficient. Dang, humans did have supernatural powers other than seed the planet. Maybe our God genes will activate. Maybe our God genes and that junk DNA will activate if I just take the time out to try something different, not go along with the crowd. So, if you want the ancient minerals and how to start consuming them and how to start incorporating them in your diet, you can look up all the minerals on the planet and the ones that help the body. You don't need me. You can study Egypt and all the minerals they used. All the minerals they 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 made their presence astute, okay? And we know gold is one. We know gold is one of the main minerals, but we have other minerals, and they're incorporated other ways. And you need to start allowing the plants to feed off these minerals. So I'm going to leave it there. Just know that every time you bleed, your resonance, your frequency, your harmony balance is off. You have to start all over. You have to replenish all of that plasma, minerals, everything. And a lot of women, once it's lost, it's lost. That's it. Once it's lost, it's lost. They don't know how to get it back. And the store-bought vitamins and minerals are not doing it. So yeah, I'm gonna leave it there. Know when they make the planet bleed, you're going through the same principle. They didn't design you. They had to keep up with their manufacturing process, so they started making sure that you bleed more. Then once they didn't need us no more, they started attacking us. That's right, they started to attack us, as in poison the air, the food, the waterways, change the frequency of the ozone layer, change the frequency of the planet, change the frequency of our body so that we could not alchemically resonate at a high enough frequency to remove toxins, waste, and unwanted, how am I trying to say this? Unwanted problems, okay? So, the same way they bleed the planet and destroy the planet to change the frequency, 5G towers, cell phone towers, radiation, all of that, the same way you're being bombarded to as a woman. And if you're not conscious and aware of this, and you think you're going to continue to sit around and look cute and somebody's going to come save you, it's not happening. Because the way they wired men to conquer us, to use us as an incubator, you got another thing coming. If they're going to save you, they're not going to save you. They got their eye on the prize, okay? And the prize is not you. You're just somebody to shed their seed, okay? But a lot of people are out here shedding wasteful seeds. Now, don't get me wrong. There are a lot of beautiful families out here that grow their own food. I got to get this out, put this on the record. Grow their own food and try their best to have a balanced family. But there are a lot of single people out here that are not balanced. And when they look at these families, they don't show love and expression. They show envy and hate, okay? Now, me as a person who's never been in a relationship, I can't go really tell people that are in relationships how to do their job, how to do what they're going to do. But what I can tell you is you got to get into your spiritual practices. You got your whole family. You got everything. But now you got to get in that chi work and that prana work. You got to start doing that energy work, okay? Nature can only sustain you so far. But if the only thing that you are going to do is biblical, you're going to have trouble accessing your true powers and your true potential. But you could do it as a holistic family. But right now, we're not focused on the holistic family. We're focused on the womb man and how man has been engineered to conquer the woman's vessel. Okay? And you look and you look and you look. You got all these families so stressed out trying to make ends meet, but they can never work on their divine state of being. They don't even know what that is. They know eat, sleep, shit, pay these bills, work, and hope like hell that the workforce or whoever they work for don't um get rid of them before they retire. You know, that's how they put a balance into the world. They look at how many black men are employed, how many black women are employed. Then they hire a younger person to come in and fire all the people that have been there 16, 17 years. They don't even let them retire. It's sad, but it's true. Okay. So know your frequency has been bombarded. Every time you bleed, you're losing vital nutrients and resources. And you probably don't know how to get them back. So if you want to get them back, start supporting the Patreon. Because everything that is expressed should not be expressed in public. Some things should be expressed in secrecy. Even though Patreon would not be secret because all the hackers and all that can tap into it and see what you're talking about. But at the same time, you have a chance to vibe with somebody that's like-minded as you and change some attributes about yourself that you probably didn't even know were missing, that were not even activated. You probably thought that you was doing everything you were supposed to do. And you was wondering why you're not seeing that enlightenment side, why your kundalini not rising, because you have not brought the discipline out to see a difference, to see a change. I'm not saying I'm perfect. I had to go through trial and error. I had to go on the slab 4 and 5 times to realize how to help certain particular women, how to overcome the illusion. The most stressful people, the most vulnerable people, the people who are under the most attack or just basically dog themselves out are the ones that see the real truth, the real reality. Okay? Yeah, my soul made sure I beat myself up to realize that working a 9 to 5 under somebody else's time and my time and eating this bullshit on the planet is not it. It broke me down 2 and 3, 4, 5 times. And we're still self-experimental. That's another thing. If you're not self-experimental, this is not for you because you got people out there right now using you as a lab rat. And you're going to have to overcome that situation and be your own lab rat. So no, if you can be resourceful and clean up your diets, eat healthy and clean, eat living foods that repair your cellular structure, you can start tapping into phenomenal frequencies that you never knew existed. There's a woman that do tarot readings online right now that said, I was able to manifest more when I was on a vegetarian diet. She said the magic came faster. The magic came easier. And I'm going to tell you something. It's a lot of dim light people out there that are attracted to your light once it grows, okay? They will come around you, come around you, come around you, never seeking change, never understanding anything, don't want to understand it, but they're attracted to your light, okay? So that's another thing. So when you beef yourself up and you become resourceful with yourself, see, a lot of people don't talk about that. You have to become resourceful with yourself. And then you'll realize how to become resourceful with the planet. It's not just about the planet. It's about becoming resourceful with yourself, understanding your vitamin and mineral deficiency and what you can elevate and make better to help you. But not only that, we're going to get into another thing, the harmony balance of the planet. The harmony balance of the planet is sound. Everything is accumulated around us off sound. So you have to get your sound and your frequencies right, okay? That is a crucial fact. You can drink and eat all the vegetables and herbs you want. But if the frequency around you is not right, that harmony balance that keeps your brain and your pineal gland spinning, if it's not right, you're not going to be right. You're going to have dis-ease and discomfort. So you got to get those cells working with a certain type of sound frequency, okay? That's another thing. So the sound frequencies I was using 7 years ago, at that time I didn't save my videos as much. And I went back and it just seemed like I can't find these 432 hertz videos that I was using for sound healing with my chi and prana work, okay? But I will locate some more. So there we have it. Unearth the magic. The truth will definitely set you free. Mwah.